Hey guys, it's Josh here. A couple of my friends, they got a guitar for Christmas, so I just want to make a quick little video showing 4 chords and a song using those 4 chords just to help them get started out. The 4 chords are A minor, F, C, and G, and the song that we're going to be learning is Don't Forget Me by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So let's get started. So the first chord of the song and that we're going to learn is called an A minor. To play it, you want to, obviously the A string is going to be open, and then this is just how I play it. I'll show you a couple ways how to play all these chords. So after keeping the A string open, I put my middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D string, but that would be an E note, so it'd be that's D string, so it'd be the note is E that you're playing. And then on the G string, I put my ring finger on the 2nd fret. That would be an A note. If you play A open and you play the G string with your ring finger on the 2nd, you can hear that they're octaves of each other. I'm just trying to get you a little bit music theory. I know that can be like a grueling task, but it's good to learn. And then for the B string, I put my index finger on the 1st fret. That would be a C note. And then the E string, the high E string, you want to play open. So now, oftentimes a lot of people will, instead of using one finger on the D string and one finger on the G string to play these 2 notes here, they'll just use their middle finger and bar both of those strings there. Sometimes this can be advantageous, so you can use your ring finger to play other notes and your pinky to use other notes. It's just user preference, really. So yeah, that's A minor. The next chord will be an F. Starting out, this will probably be a pretty hard chord to learn. There's a bar form, and then some people will put their thumb over the top. You really don't. The bass 2 notes aren't usually, people starting out, they omit those notes. So I'll show you how to play it that way. So you want to put on the D string, you want to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret, so that would be an F note. And then on the G string, you want to put your middle finger on the 2nd fret, which would be an A note. And then for your index finger, you want to put it on the 1st fret on both B and E strings, and that would be a C note and an F note respectively. And if you want to try to get the bass 2 notes, you can put your thumb over the top and put it on the 1st fret. That would be an F note as well. And then you can either use your ring finger to play the 3rd fret on both the A string and the D string. That would be a C note and an F note respectively. But I use my pinky and put it on the D string on the 3rd fret. I mean, it's the same chord, it's just you're layering the notes. Then, I know starting out, it's always tough for beginners to bar the chords. A little trick that I did when I was starting to bar chords, I'd just put my one finger on the fretboard, and then I'd use my middle finger, and I'd just push my index finger down and hold it there for about a minute or so at a time, just to get the strength up in the index finger. Then eventually I'll just hold it by itself for about a minute at a time. But yeah, I mean, some people, they're like, oh, you can't put your thumb over the neck. It's whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page, they all put their thumbs over the neck, and they're guitar gods, so to speak. It's just user preference. The next chord in the progression would be a C. There's, like I said, there's several ways to play this chord as well. So starting out, you want to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. That would be a C note. And you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D string, which would be an E note. The G string is open. The index finger, you put it on the 1st fret of the B string, which would be a C note. Then the high E string is open. And really, technically speaking, you can even play the low E string open. It's still a C major. It's actually a C major / E with bass E, but that's technical stuff. You can also actually play the 3rd fret on the low E string, which would be a G note, and it's still C. So, I mean, that's how I play it. I put my ring finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and then I put my pinky. See if you can get a good look at that. It's kind of hard to tell. But and then I put my pinky on the 3rd fret of the A string. But it's user preference. It's good to learn multiple ways to play the same chords, because you never know when you might need to use a different form of the same. Then the last chord would be G major. This is another diverse chord. There's ways of playing it. This will probably be. I'll start out with probably the most simple way to play it. So starting out, you want to put your ring finger, or not your ring finger, your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. Then your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Your middle finger is playing a G note, and your index finger is playing a B note. And then the D string is open, the G string is open, and then the B string is open. Then your ring finger is playing the 3rd fret on the high E, which would be a G note. And you can also, with your ring finger, you can actually place it on the 3rd fret on the B string as well, and play the 3rd fret on the B and high E string. It's still a G. And that's because there's 3 notes, and all these chords have 3 notes. So as long as you're playing those 3 notes, you're playing that chord. And the 3 notes of G are G, B, and D. And the song we're going to play is Don't Forget Me by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's really simple. It just uses those same 4 chords in the same progression. And really, you just strum each one time, and that's the song. So you start off with the A minor. That's pretty much the whole song. It's literally the same progression throughout. It's just the other members in the band make it sound bigger by playing other parts, but as far as guitar goes, that's and if you want to hear the song in full, I did a recording of it a while ago. You can check it out. I'll probably put it in the description. So yeah. So yeah, practice these 4 chords, and you can play a lot of songs with just these 4 simple chords. These 4 chords, they all belong to the key of C, just for future reference. So yeah, hopefully this helps you out, and see you next time.